Grand Rising, everyone. I want to speak about how we have choices, you know? Because of the way that we are raised, because of the things that happen to us, because of the circumstances that we may be in, most of the time we tend to put ourselves in a mental prison. And the people around us support that. They seem to find comfort in having us in this type of space, right? However, we have options. We have choices. Even if we don't see it at the moment because of how our mind has been programmed, because of our belief systems, we have options and choices. And it is our responsibility to take the blindfolds off and choose a better route for ourselves. Not because of anybody else, but because we want something better for ourselves. And this is what I'm here for. Because of my experience, I have learned that no matter how difficult the road may look or how clouded our mind might be, we have choices and options, and we are capable of dismantling that fake programming that has been forced onto us without us realizing it, and choosing something different for ourselves because we deserve better. And we don't deserve better because anybody wants to give it to us, but because we want to give it to ourselves. And we do that by doing exactly that. Detaching from the programming, learning to love ourselves, choosing something different. Whether people support us or not, that's not our problem. Usually the ones that don't support us needed to go anyways. So they're just removing the trash on its own. You get what I'm saying? And it's better to stand alone than to stand with a group of fake people that are just backstabbing you in the back because they find joy or pleasure in it, or they're just sick. All right? And it's not for us to judge, because most likely these people are sick and they don't know that they're sick. And so they are just choosing to be diabolical without knowing that they're choosing to be diabolical, which means that they have entities attached to them. And it's not our role to fix them. Our role is to fix ourselves and to choose something different for ourselves and to do better with what we already have. And so today that's what I want to discuss. I want to discuss how to choose ourselves, how to detach from the programming by recalibrating our brains. You know how you go ahead and you take the computer for an update or you take the car for an update? We do the same thing with our brains. And we do that by taking accountability and taking note of all of the programming that we've had. And with the programming, I mean from childhood, what were we taught? To go to school, right? To get a job, to get a career, to have a family, to have children, that this is the way that we do it. We go to church, we do that, right? But all those things are good and dandy. If it's working for you, kudos to you. But if you're the type of person that you want more for your life, that you're looking for something more meaningful, that you want more time for yourself and to be with the ones that you really love, or if you just need to dismantle everything and start over, that is okay. You can do that. And it's your birthright to do that, because your birthright is abundance. Your birthright is to have peace, joy, love, happiness, unconditional love. You know what I'm saying? And we are all capable of having that, but we first have to give it to ourselves. Because we cannot pour from an empty cup, and we can't give what we don't have. So sometimes some of us are walking around like pretending without realizing that we're pretending, because there's people out there that are old, like, old, that was a bad term. They're of age, right? And they don't know who they are. They don't know how to carry themselves, and they're just following suit. to please other people, to please what their family said or what their daddy did or their grandfather did or their mama did or their grandmother did, and this is how mama did it, so I'm gonna do it this way. If that works for you, good for you. I'm not for you. I'm here to show you, to teach you that there is a different way, and it starts with you loving yourself. And by loving yourself, sometimes you got to get rid of things. Not sometimes, you will have to get rid of things, and you will have to grow a backbone and stand on your own 2 feet and choose to love yourself and choose something different, because you have to believe that you are worthy of it, that you deserve better. And when you do that, when you choose yourself, when you choose to love yourself, and you choose to dismantle everything that has been taught to you, and you realize that all you have is yourself, and you're able to stand on your 2 feet, from there, from that moment, you'll find the God within you. You won't have to go to a church. You won't have to go and stand in unity in a group or something like that, because you on your own are able to give that to yourself, because God is within you. There was a time where there were no temples. You worship the God from within. And we're all capable of accessing that power, accessing our spiritual gifts. And we do that by deprogramming from society, from the norms of society, by choosing ourselves, by eating healthier, by choosing to love ourselves. And by loving ourselves, I mean doing what's best for us, doing what makes us happy for the highest good and harm to none, right? Not casting judgment on people or judging other people because of the way they live or the way they choose to do things, and just focusing on yourself, spending time on yourself. Instead of you going ahead and giving all that you have to other people, you start by giving it to yourself, knowing who you are. And because you go ahead and you do that, you vibrate at a different level. And so the laws of the universe have to automatically respond and give you what you already are from inside. So as within, so without. As above, so below. Because they even demonize that, learning about astrology, learning about the universal laws. They changed it to the 10 Commandments, which are all great and dandy. I'm the type of person that I don't need somebody to tell me, hey, you cannot kill, steal, or destroy. Like, that's just common sense to me. Some people need that. That's okay. That's okay, Sometimes we go through things, and we're supposed to go through these things because of past life karma, right? But we don't know that, because we're programmed to not search for that, because they say that it's diabolical or something like that. Meanwhile, the people that are practicing are hiding at the church or under secret societies, right? So everybody has their own opinion, and that's all good and dandy. I'm not for everybody, and that's okay, right? So move along if this message does not resonate with you. But if it does, I am here to bring awareness, to teach you how to wake up from within, how to heal your past traumas without having to go crazy. There is a simple way. You just do a mind mapping, a mapping of your mind, where you'll be able to identify what has been done to you, who has hurt you, and who have you hurt, and be able to heal from that by identifying the spirits that were operating in you and other people. And so you are able to forgive, not pass judgment, and move on. And you'll be able to identify who it's meant to stay in your life and who's meant to be removed, because you have to get to the root cause of yourself and figure out what works for you and what doesn't work for you. And that means that you have to remove certain people. And that could be karmic family, karmic friends, karmic workplaces, because at the end of the day, you only have one you. So if you would like to receive my mind mapping template, It's based on donations, and you could send me an email. The email is in my bio, and I will email it to you. If you would like to book a session with me, please email me as well.